Word segment on finding a job in the Miami Valley. Now, yesterday we met Trisha. She's a single mom from West Carrollton who's been looking for a job since March. And today we're joined by Leah Hawthorne, who's a local etiquette coach, and she has tips on proper interviewing techniques. So hello, Leah.
Hello, how are you?
I'm great, thank you. And I want to prepare everybody. This is a segment where you want to go out and grab your pencils and paper and take notes on this, because Leah knows what she's talking about when it comes to interviews, right?
Yes.
And I know you and Trisha had a chance to talk a little bit, but let's just dive right into it.
Okay, Trisha, when you get called in for that interview, research that company. So when you do sit down and talk with the employer who is going to hire you, be able to say, you have such a great website. I didn't know that you were launching the new product next week. They'll be impressed that you took the time to know about their business. And then secondly, arrive 10 minutes early. Don't arrive 30 minutes early. It makes people uncomfortable. So arrive 10 minutes early. And when you do arrive, make sure that you smile and that you shake the hand of the receptionist and give her your card. You will have a card. You can go to Staples and get this card. You can make your own card. Just your name, your contact information. Don't put your address on it, but your email address.
So a business card of sorts.
A business card.
Okay.
You have to have a business card.
Okay.
And if you've been asked to go in and sit and wait for the person to come to you, make sure that you stand to shake their hand. So if they're entering the room, you want to stand, shake their hand, and again, smile. And wait for them, if they're sitting and you're sent into their room, wait for them to ask you to take a seat. It makes a big difference. It's a little bit of respect, and know your cultures. If this person is from another culture, study those cultures. Listen, listen, listen. The worst thing you can do is go in and, here's my resume and let me tell you about myself. My name's Trisha and this is what I do. Don't do that. Listen. Let them talk to you. And then after they've talked to you and asked you questions, ask them questions that you've prepared. And make sure that when you leave, shake their hand firmly, smile, send them a correspondence card, thanking them within 48 hours.
All right, Leah, those are some wonderful tips. But as you were talking, it was something that came to my mind. I think people always go in with good intentions, but we let the fear, the jitters take over. And the jitters are usually when we start talking too much.
Yeah.
Trisha, do you know what I'm talking about?
Do.
Yeah. It's the rambling thoughts that kind of take over when you're in that scary setting. Do you have any tips for kind of calming your fears and your mind?
I do. You practice for a test, right?
Yeah.
You study for a test if you're going to take it. Study for that interview. Write out the things that you want to say. Write out the questions that you want to ask. So when you get in there, you know it in your head and you're not nervous.
The rambling doesn't
say?
happen.
What am I going to do?
The rambling doesn't happen.
And you're not rambling. But keep in your mind, which I have to do, be quiet, be quiet,
yeah.
be quiet, because
the mantras, yeah, keep the mantras going. Now, Trisha, I wanted to ask you, you've been on several interviews since this process started for you. What is it for you that you find the most intimidating, the most scary about interviews that you want to work to overcome?
I think it's the unexpected. Every place is different. I have done the research on the websites and went in prepared with my questions. Sometimes they cut you off quicker than you're ready to be cut off, and sometimes you're just in there actually for testing and you don't even get the interview because, oh, sorry, no one's available right now. So that's kind of...
So it throws you off when you go in prepared for something, for A, B, and C, and D to happen, and it doesn't happen that way. It throws you off your game.
It does.
Leah, any tips for that? If you go in prepared and it doesn't follow through at all like you thought it would?
As long as you have studied and you know what you're supposed to do, then you're just going to have to wing it and go with the flow. But I will tell you one tip, one huge tip. I know that you are doing a lot of job searching online, which is great. Are you with Monster.com? Where they send you? And that's fine. That's fine. But I'm going to tell you, half of your networking or half of your job searching should be person to person, one-on-one. if I'm looking for a job, I'm going to tell Natalie.
Yeah.
And
Networking
she's
is a
going to
big one,
tell
yes.
someone else, you know that person we've had on? She's looking for, got to tell people. womeninbusinessnetworking.com, go to that site, come to the coffee talks, come to the lunch and learns. Women want to help women.
Absolutely. Leah.
And men want to help women too.
Yes,
But
and you're helping all of us with all your tips. So, Leah, thank you very much for coming on and sharing. I hope you got some takeaway pointers
I
from that.
did. We're going to speak in a little bit too.
You're going to speak off camera too?
Oh, yes.
Wonderful, wonderful. And Trish, I want to mention you will be back again tomorrow. We're going to go over resumes.
Great.
Fixing your resumes. You want to stay tuned for that one. Leah, again, thank you.
thank you.
Thank you. And
And thank
Tricia,
you.
we'll
Thank
see you
you.
tomorrow. Still to come on